We're the American Red Devils, and we're breaking down Manchester United's next match against Brighton Hove Albion. Sir, the Seagulls are coming up north. We're not going to the South Coast. It's at home. It's at OT. And United are coming off a thriller that shouldn't have been. United making a meal of it, but it was a dramatic game. It was a great win with Amad Diallo's hat trick, but United need to find a way with 2 days rest to play a team who has been a boogeyman team for Manchester United, Brighton Hove Albion. They have been a pain in our ass. I think we've only won one game in the Premier League in the last 5 or 6 against them, so they have been very, very difficult to break down. They've got the youngest manager in the history of the Premier League, and not dissimilar to what
Fabian
Ruben Amorim said.
Hürzeler.
Not dissimilar to what Ruben Amorim said, like, this is going to tell me a lot, tell me more than the Arsenal-Liverpool game. This is not as much the Southampton game, but this scares me, sir, because we need to keep picking up wins, and Brighton have been tough to break down. They've got a lot of dangerous attacking players. They are really well organized. They work hard. I'm nervous. I look nervous. I am nervous. Get me a Tums. How we doing? How we feeling?
They have a positive 3 goal difference,
We
so that
do
should
not.
scare United. Got -3. They've drawn their last 4. So at the end of the day, actually, no, they just won, but they had 4 draws of the last 5. And United in, three losses, 1 draw, 1 win. So, at the end of the day, they're mid-table fodder. They're 9th, we're 12th. We win, we're chipping up. That's what it's all about. It's results at all costs. This manager, we're going to play brave. It's going to be open. Brighton's going to be there for the taking. They are better than Southampton, but, we saw this United team with a week rest looked like a different side against Arsenal and Liverpool. And on short rest, we need to find those dogs because that's what it's all about. We got to dig deep. It's at home, Old Trafford. We're going to need the crowd behind us, and we need to take it to Brighton early. We need to start a game right. This United team, I feel like Southampton, we didn't start well. We let them in the game. It's about the first 15, the first 20 minutes at Old Trafford. You got to get the crowd behind you. I feel like this team hasn't done that since Sir Alex Ferguson. It's just like playing at home's easy, but you got to have some jump. You got to find those dogs.
And you got to come out hot, like you said, because there's something about letting the other team get some motion going, finding their legs, finding some passes, and feeling confident on the ball because it grows and it grows and grows, and Old Trafford gets quiet, and United kind of hangs their head, and it's harder to play at the back, and it's just infectious. So we need to come out and control from minute 1. We haven't been able to do that, like you said. We needed to do that in Southampton. We didn't, and they grew into that first half, and they dominated that first half. So this is a big game for us. United, like you said, we've seen what we can do under Ruben Amorim when we have rest, but guess what? We ain't getting no rest because there are games come thick and fast. We got games twice a week for at least the next couple of months with the Europa League. So we got to survive, and we got to see who's going to grit it out, who's got what it takes to kind of push through the pain. And I'm very curious to see who plays up front. I think it's going to be my boy Xerxes. I think he earned it. Hoyland needs to drop. Big game on Sunday. Let's go.
Quick PSA for the podcast before we get into the breakdown proper. We are the American Red Devils. Please check out our YouTube channel. We just got off the ground. If you're listening on iTunes and Spotify, go over to YouTube, search American Red Devils. Hit the subscribe button. We got the channel off the ground this summer. We need your support. Also, like and comment helps us hack the algorithm to get found by other Muppets like yourself. So you want to do the community a service, smash the like, subscribe, and comment below. Let us know what you think about Manchester United versus Brighton. And if you want to go the extra mile, check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/American Red Devils. We have over 100 amazing Patreon supporters. Shout out to our Patreon community. We do a behind-the-scenes episode every single month. Tons of other benefits. If you want to help support independent fan content, check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/American Devils, and AmericanDevils.store for all your merch. We got scarves, hoodies, stickers, beanies, pins, you name it, everything you need to support the greatest club in the world, and everything you buy supports the Muppet Take. So check it out, AmericanDevils.store, AmericanDevils.store, and AmericanDevils.com for all your Muppet Takes that you need in blog format. Sir, tell them about iTunes reviews.
iTunes reviews and 5-star reviews, the American Devils podcast, wherever you listen. It's a great way to support the pod. It helps us get found organically by other top Muppets like yourself, and we're giving away free merch. Free merch forever, baby. All you have to do is write a 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify, send a screenshot of the review to americandevils@gmail.com with your mailing address, and I'll personally pick, pack, and ship a free Eric Ten Hag Red Army scarf, send it right to your door.
Sir, no one's leaving us reviews for that scarf. What are you doing?
I'm just kidding. I'll give you something else. But we appreciate, I've been sending out lots of merch. We've been getting lots of great reviews. the Eric Ten Hag scarf. Not as much of a hit, sir, but it'll be a vintage one.
So you're Eric Ten Hag. You back the man to the hilt, sir. Now you have plenty of them in your garage.
I got so many. You can wear them out. I should give them out as stocking stuffers.
Wear them out around town. All right, let's get into this breakdown here. I got the wrong music, sir. We have to get into the prime time. That's what we're talking about. We're talking Manchester United, Brighton, Hove and Albion. If you believe it, we have been down to the Amex Stadium, sir. Now I think it's the Falmer Stadium. They keep renaming these things.
Sponsors. Nice stadium.
The Seagulls having a dark ale down at the coast. Now they're coming up to Manchester. We got to let them know. Sunday, January 19th, 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern. It's going to be at the Theater of Dreams, sir. Currently, the Theater of Nightmares will be the Theater of Dreams again.
It was a dream of hit Southampton.
Give me the weather forecast, sir.
It's going to be cold. It's going to be a early afternoon kickoff, but it's going to be really cold at Old Trafford, 4 degrees Celsius. That's around low 40s and cloudy, so it is going to be cold, brisk, northern weather, but, they're from the South Coast. They're used to some weather. It should be fine. Alex's Scran Watch. We're going to 000 Charlton for some floppy Neapolitan pizza. Give me a fork and a knife. Hey, why not? Keep it simple. Keep it simple in England. That's the move. Right down the fairway. They look like they're having a lovely time.
Having a great time.
Having a great time. Give me a Pellegrino and a pizza. Why not?
This is right in my wheelhouse, sir. You give me a slice of
plain
pizza.
Jane
Look at
over
these. Got meatballs, too. They like little
this guy's going to make me go there. He likes simple.
All day.
Simple
Let's
John.
go.
Simple John loves the pie.
Hey, dark ales. Everybody having a
great time.
Like,
okay. Look at that. What is that?
And the decor. So I'm in. 000.
We're going.
5 stars.
Tell me about the German.
Give me Fabian Hürzeler. What do we get?
We have to. Brighton. We've got to talk about Brighton. My bad. Let's talk about the Seagulls, or we can talk about Hürzeler, whichever you prefer. Hürzeler. German coach, 31 years old.
Say his name.
Born in Houston. Fabian Hürzeler.
Yeah, exactly. You got to
Hürzeler. He was born in Houston, Texas. There's a little factoid I didn't know. He got St. Pauli, great name, promoted to the Bundesliga before.
How is he German if he's born in Houston?
Because he had German parents, then moved to Germany.
Yeah, but that American soil.
That's not how it works.
It's American red.
He's American, but he's also a German.
They can't get all the credit.
We'll take him back. He can manage the U.S. men's national team after
H-Town.
After our boy. Go. Okay, he got St. Pauli promoted. He replaced De Zerbi at Brighton last summer, youngest manager in the history of the EPL. He is a tactician. What do you expect? Look at him. Look at that haircut. Likes to be very flexible tactically, and he's a big counter presser. Very much involved in creating space between the opposition center back and the fullback. So we're going to see a lot of pressing off the ball and a lot of counter pressing as well. They're super aggressive. They're super direct. They're fast as shit. They always recruit unbelievably well. They're probably the best run club in England, dare I say, pound for pound, in terms of like where they were 10 years ago, in terms of their recruitment and the players they sold. But he's going to have him working. Hürzeler, he got our number early in the season. He's going to be coming at Fabian. I want his haircut, sir. I want to take that haircut off his head and take the smile off his face as well.
Yeah, you can see here the 4-2-4 outline that he plays, pushing up the left and right backs, or you got the midfield 2, and then the forward line kind of pinning back the center backs. Will be interesting to see how he sets up against Amram and the back 3, but regardless, he is doing well. 9th isn't like, an A+, but he's the youngest manager. He's holding his own. He did beat United earlier in this season. Games, last 5 coming in, they drew Brentford, they drew Villa, they drew Arsenal, they smacked Norwich City around 4-0 FA Cup third round. They just dispatched Ipswich 2-0. So they're actually coming off some decent draws. Obviously, the win in the FA Cup and a solid win against Ipswich. Obviously, struggled against them early under Amram's tenure. But this is about Manchester United. This is about us looking in the mirror. I say that every single time.
It's always about us.
The only team that's going to get in our way is ourselves.
That's absolutely right. I mean, we're always our own worst enemy. We have an ability to play up to anyone's level in this league. We just can't do it consistently. And we got a thin squad. So I think this is going to be a big test for Manchester United at home. Old Trafford is starting to gain its voice. I was very impressed with Old Trafford. I think it willed United into the game at the end of the Southampton game. We really kind of turned it on in the 70th minute, and United started playing better. And we need that. Like you said, we have to come out hot, because if you let Brighton get into the game, they'll build confidence. We'll lose confidence.
Sir, they're going to get into the game.
I know they are.
You
but
know,
we have
you
to
and
start
me,
hot.
like, say these
don't
things,
let them.
but
Don't let them start hot.
Let's put it this way. It's going to be a tough game. Last 5 in the EPL, we've lost 4 against Brighton. It's telling you how long it's been. We did beat them last May under Eric Ten Hag, sort of on the way in. Sort of player to watch on Brighton. Used to play for Manchester United. Danny Welbeck scoring some goals, doing well.
34-year-old English academy lad. We could use him. 6 goals. He'd be like near the top scorer. I think he might be the top scorer if he was at Manchester United at the moment. He's had a good little post-career. He's enjoying himself at Brighton. Useful player. He's staying better, staying more fit than he was during some of his tenure at Manchester United. So keep an eye on Danny Welbeck. He'll be a threat. Matoma will be a threat. They have threats all over. I mean, we'll get into that 11 in a second, but like they're a dangerous team. They recruit incredibly well. Talking about their summer signings, it's like they spent so much money. They spent all of that Enzo money and the Moise Caicedo money, and they just signed a bunch of like future studs that I'm sure we'll be hearing about in a couple of years.
Yeah, as far as the squad, they played against Ipswich here. Pedro, Matoma, Ayari, O'Reilly in midfield, sir. Stupian. Yep. Very
legit.
Yeah, they got some good players, But United, let's be honest, like to try to turn Brighton into like a Titan of England, it's like, no. It's like we got to show
mid-table
up.
fodder, bro. We're in the mid-table. They're a mid-table competition.
We got to do better.
Andrew,
referee, what do we got? Peter Banks. We got the landing strip ref here. Love the hairline. He can be a little difficult. Doesn't concern me, but there is sort of just a overall incompetence in English refereeing lately.
There's an unbelievable level of incompetence in English refereeing, and it's even the Southampton game was like there were some calls that were a little shaky. This guy, he goes either way. He was the ref for our 3-0 battering against Leicester earlier in the season, but look at that haircut. I mean, obviously he's got a waffle in his back pocket.
But a ref should have a haircut like this. You know what I'm saying? It kind of looks. Belly. He looks like a referee.
He does look like a referee.
The one thing today, I would mention that when we played Southampton, the VAR is like,
what are they even doing anymore, bro?
I think it's almost like the VAR official is more important, and they're all over the shot, the handball.
Did you see that out of bounds? There was like a ball that was like 3 yards out of bounds.
I think it actually is a good thing, but I think they told VAR like stop getting involved, because if you remember early in the season, VAR was all making so many calls, and then they all of a sudden stopped and just really relate to offsides. So at the end of the day, referee is going to be what's going to be. Crossing our fingers there. The 11 for Manchester United. Let's focus on this. When we played Arsenal, we had Bayern Net. Obviously, Onana's going to come in as its EPL. Backline Martinez, Maguire, DeLitt. Left back Delo, Mainu, Ugarte, Mazraoui, Bruno, Garnacho, and Højlund up top. What do you think the manager will adjust from this 11?
I think it's going to be pretty close. I think there's going to be one sub and one sub only. I think that's Xerxes for Højlund. I think Højlund gets dropped. Xerxes gets the nod. Delo's back in. Mazraoui's back on the right wing. Oh, exactly. Ahmad. Ooh. I think actually, Ahmad's going to go in for Garnacho. Garnacho's going to come off the bench.
Yep.
And that's it. Those are the two changes. Højlund and Garnacho for Xerxes and Ahmad. What do you think, sir?
I think the back line with Magoo in the middle that's the best we got. Delo, unfortunately, is the best we got in the left wing back position. And you're right. I'm a big Garnacho fan, but he was always a super sub. I feel like he's having trouble finding his spot in this front three. Højlund's struggling. Garnacho he's a dangerous player, but he's just not hitting full throttle, so to speak. Looking at the bookies, sir.
Here comes the money, 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 money.
Don't like these odds, sir. I do not like them one bit. United at the not heavy, but we're the favorites, considerable favorites. Plus 105 at home, plus 260 for the draw, plus 240 for Brighton away. Well, they're going to be away. Given the odds, sir, you're up. What is your score prediction?
Well, we got to get the update. I am not up because you said I was up last time. I think you just always say you're up every time.
Wow, really? This guy's getting a little chippy. I'm within 20 points, so getting a little chippy.
Look, I got 3 points, but I'm at 58. Alex is at 40. If you remember the rules, you get 3 points for getting the result right. You get 10 for getting the score right. Southampton, we beat them 3-1. I had 4-1, sir. Dying, I didn't get that one right. I was very close. Sometimes you get close to
but no
these.
cigar, buddy.
Picking the score is a lot harder than you would think.
It's so hard.
Give me Europe. Give me the score for Brighton here.
I am calling a 1-1 draw against the Seagulls. Frustrating match, but I think it's a draw. I want it to be a win, but a draw feels about right. They've had our number. They've been drawing a lot. Due for a draw. What are you thinking?
2-1 to Manchester United. We're going for the win, sir. You know, I have to pick it. This guy balks. The Muppet result picker. You've been picking wins all season, sir. Look at you.
Hot under Ruben, baby.
Think of all the
Hot under Ruben.
We've picked 30 games, and you've only picked 5 losses of the 30.
Muppet, baby. I'm the number one Muppet. And I picked 2 in the last 4, or 2 in the last 5 against Newcastle and Liverpool.
So I'm gonna have to go with the win. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Is United going to take it to the next level? Are we going to find our feet? Are we going to wilt and be inconsistent and just bottle it at home?
Probably.
The football math says you should probably lose because Southampton sucks, Brighton's better, and we got 2 days rest. Let us know what you think in the comments. Please like and subscribe. That is it. That is the American Devils podcast. You like us, check us out, americadevils.store. Grab some merch, patreon.com, patreon.com/American Devils. Support us on Patreon. Do all those fun things like subscribe on the social. Help independent fan content. Help other people find them up. But take, sir, given that is the pod, give us our top 10 downloads last 7 days.
Number 1, how you doing? How you doing? Chicago, Illinois, New York, Dublin, Ireland, Brooklyn, New York, Manchester, England, Houston, Texas, Melbourne, Australia, Los Angeles, California, Philly, PA, and last but not least, Charlotte, North Carolina. We appreciate all the American Devils listening week in, week out. Couldn't do without you. A lot of games coming thick and fast. Woo! Indigestion. Goody up. And I love this club.
Get this guy some Tums.
A lot of games that give me some Tums, sir. I'll tell you what, I've been eating crow all week. I've been eating crow. My wife's been gone. I've been fucking dying.
Too many burnt meat pies for this guy.
Give me a meat pie. Can't wait to be back in England. We love the American Devil fan base. Appreciate all of you. Don't forget to like and subscribe on our YouTube page. It goes a long way. Join Patreon. Buy some merch. That's fun, sir. Do this,
sir. Hey, we're just bringing back. This is classic,
like,
baby.
Sir, a song should be sing-songy. A great chant is sing-songy.
No, this is the best.
This is one of the greatest chants. I hate to say it.
There was a moment. We were there, and we were there at this game. Craven Cottage.
We were there for the peak.
Always at the wheel. Let's go.